everyone. I welcome you all to your channel Top 10 Class ICSE, and this is part 4 of chapter Genetics. Genetics chapter we have started, we have done part 3 before this video. So if you haven't watched yet, do watch that in my playlist of Genetics chapter. Now let's start with part 4. The basic principles of genetics were discovered for the first time by Gregor John Mendel in the mid-19th century. Mendel was an Austrian monk and he conducted breeding experiments on garden pea. Now, this is the Greek name, Latin name of pea, that is Pisum sativum. You can remember that too. Out of sheer interest, he has interest in that. That's why he conducted these experiments on garden pea. His findings became a milestone in biology. Mendel took varieties of pea plants showing 7 pairs of contrasting features. We will look that in figure 3.6. You can also open your textbook, open page number 30 and see that Mendel crossed pure breeding varieties first by taking only one feature at a time. That means monohybrid cross. These definitions are asked, that is monohybrid and dihybrid cross. So you have to remember this definition. I simultaneously tells you what is important and what is not. These are important. Taking one feature at a time means monohybrid, and taking two features together means dihybrid cross. Okay, these are important. As you can also see, they are highlighted. Okay, so highlighted things are always important. So when उसने दो प्रयास किए. पहले बार एक ही फीचर लेके प्रयास किया जो था मोनोहाइब्रिड क्रॉस. फिर दो फीचर लेके प्रयास किया जो था डाइहाइब्रिड क्रॉस. ही ट्राइड विथ ऑल 7 फीचर्स एंड हिज ऑब्जर्वेशन वर सिमिलर फॉर ऑल. मतलब उसके जो ऑब्जर्वेशन थे वो सबके लिए समान थे, मतलब सारे ऐसे ही थे. अब देखते हैं उसने गार्डन पी ही क्यों सिलेक्ट किया. कोई और भी तो प्लांट वो सिलेक्ट कर सकता था. Why he selected only garden pea? Many varieties were available in alternative forms of a character. First, इसलिए उसने गार्डन पी सिलेक्ट किया क्योंकि गार्डन पी में बहुत सारी वेराइटीज़ होती है, वो भी बहुत सारे फॉर्म्स में, इसलिए उसने गार्डन पी सिलेक्ट किया. Second, varieties were available in pure forms that bred true, produced the same type generation after generation. Means वो जो वेराइटीज़ थी गार्डन पी की वो प्योर फॉर्म्स में थी, मतलब वो ट्रू थी. मतलब जनरेशन टू जनरेशन, मतलब जो रिप्रोडक्शन के बाद जनरेशन टू जनरेशन होता था, फ्यूचर था, वो भी सेम टाइप का बनता था. इसलिए वो प्योर थी और ट्रू थी. उसलिए जो वेराइटीज़ उसने ली, उसलिए उसने गार्डन पी सिलेक्ट किया. Peas are normally self-pollinated, but self-pollination could be prevented by removing corresponding reproductive parts. That male part is stamen and female part is carpel, that we have learned in chapter 4 of class 9 ICSE, right? Of the flower, and could be well as self-pollinated or cross-pollinated artificial. Which one? Yes, cross-pollinated artificially. So, flower was of cross-pollinated artificially, and peas are normally of self-pollination. They do self-pollination and that can be prevented, right? So that's why he removed male part and female part of garden pea. The lifespan of pea plant is short and many generations can be obtained and studied in less time. This was the main reason, I think, that lifespan of pea plant is short, and generations are produced more from one plant, and in less time we can study more generations of pea plant. That's why he might have taken garden pea. Now these are some characters: recessive trait, dominant trait. This we have to study. Flower color: dominant is purple and recessive is white. Dominant means मतलब बहुत पाया जाता है, recessive मतलब बहुत rarely पाया जाता है. सीड कलर येलो जो था वो डोमिनेंट और रेसेसिव ग्रीन. सीड शेप राउंड डोमिनेंट, wrinkle रेसेसिव. पॉड कलर ग्रीन डोमिनेंट, येलो रेसेसिव. पॉड शेप इन्फ्लेटेड डोमिनेंट, constricted recessive. Flower position: at axillary it is dominant, right? And at terminal it is recessive. Plant height: tall is dominant. Of course, pea plant is tall and it is dominant, and dwarf plant is recessive. It can be seen in rarely cases. Okay. Now case 1. When he was studying, he studied 3 cases, and 3 cases are given in our textbook. So we have to study all of them. In this video we will be only looking at Mendel's experiment on inheritance, and next video we will be looking Mendel's law of inheritance and mutation. Okay, that is part 5. Now this is part 4 of chapter 3, genetics. Now case 1, let's begin. One of the monohybrid crosses. What I told of monohybrid? One feature at a time. Shown below in figure 3.7, that is given on page number 31. A pure breeding plant bearing terminal flowers was cross-pollinated with a pure breeding plant having auxiliary flowers. Flowers born in the axil of leaves. At the axil of leaves, the flowers are born that are called as auxiliary flowers. The resulting seeds after sowing produce all plants with axial flowers only. मतलब जब उसने वही सीड को सो किया, उसका जो प्लांट आया उसमें भी एक्सियल फ्लावर्स ही थे. जो एक्सिलरी फ्लावर्स का सीड था उसने भी एक्सियल फ्लावर्स ही बनाए. When these hybrid plants that are F1 generation were self-pollinated, they produced F2 generation. Plants with auxiliary flowers and plants with terminal flowers in ratio 3:1 means many of were auxiliary and 1 ratio was terminal. These were the visible forms which we call the phenotypes. Out of this, the one with terminal flowers AA in subsequent, that is self-pollinated generation, produce all plants with the terminal flowers only. Means seed of terminal flowers produce all the plants of terminal flowers only. Out of the other remaining 3 with auxiliary flowers, मतलब एक जो था वो terminal का था, right? 3:1 ratio था, right? तो 3 auxiliary के और एक terminal का. तो जो terminal का plant था उसको सारे terminal flowers ही आए. अब बचते हैं 3 auxiliary, this वाला. तो 1 प्रोड्यूस ऑल प्लांट्स विथ ऑक्सिलरी फ्लावर्स ओनली. तो 3 थे, राइट? तो पहला जो था उसने सारी जो फ्लावर्स थे वो ऑक्सिलरी ही ये किए. उसके बाद 2 अगेन प्रोड्यूस इन द सेम रेशियो 3:1 एज वॉज इन F2 जनरेशन. अब 2 और जो बचे थे उन्होंने 3:1 के रेशियो में F2 जनरेशन जैसे F2 जनरेशन में था वैसे की. यू कैन सी दिस diagram, right? This is 3.7 I was talking about, which is in page number 31. This kind of ratio obtained by crossing for 2 different traits of a single character is known as monohybrid ratio. ये definition भी important है. This मत लिखना, बस kind of ratio से शुरुआत है. Kind of ratio obtained by crossing for 2 different traits of a single character is known as monohybrid ratio. This consists of the following. जैसे बताया phenotypic ratio जो था वो 3:1. 3:1 मतलब 3 auxiliary और 1 terminal. Genotypic ratio जो था वो 1:2:1 मतलब 1 AA, that is auxiliary, 2 AA and 1 AA means 2 capital, 1 small and 2 small. Like this it was 1:2:1 genotypic ratio, that is gene feature, and phenotypic means visible feature. अब आते हैं केस 2 पर. Pure tall TTP plants were crossed with dwarf plants and the progenies in F1 and F2 generation were obtained as follows. आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे पेरेंट्स प्योर टॉल और एक ड्वार्फ है. हाइब्रिड टॉल ऑल TT है, मतलब T कैपिटल है और T स्मॉल. T कैपिटल और T स्मॉल का मतलब होता है हाइब्रिड, राइट? सो हाइब्रिड टॉल. Case 3. Similarly, on crossing the plants grown from pure round seeds with plants grown from pure wrinkle seeds. Round जो था वो dominant था और wrinkle जो था तो recessive था. Results were as given below. In all the above 3 cases, आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं F1 hybrid था. hybrid मतलब अभी मैंने बताया यहाँ पे, राइट? तो वो hybrid था. F1 parents RR मतलब दोनों कैपिटल थे और RR दोनों स्मॉल. RR capital, RR small was round and RR capital was also round, but it was of male and male gametes. It was different. In all the above 3 cases, the monohybrid ratios are same. Phenotypic, that is 3:1, and genotypic, that is 2:1:1. 3:1 is 4, 2:1, 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 4. Of course, both are same. Some of the generalized principles based on the above breeding experiments were as follows. Each pair of contrasting characters depend on a pair of genes. Each individual carriers such genes is duplicate. An individual produces gametes, that are sex cells, which have only one member of a pair of genes. Fertilization of gametes restores the duplication condition of the genes. Sex cells with respect to the genes they contain get fertilized at random. Now dihybrid ratio, this is important. This was not that much important. Don't stress on that. Dihybrid ratio, monohybrid ratio, these definitions, all these are important. So dihybrid ratio gives us the breeding results with two pairs of contrasting character. Yes, but you must know case 1, case 2 and case 3. That is important. Mendel tried several combinations. One such combination was the crossing of a variety with round and yellow seeds. Right? Round was dominant. Yellow was recessive. With another variety having wrinkled and green seeds. Okay. He tried round and yellow and wrinkled and green seeds. You can see round, yellow, wrinkled, green. Round and yellow. Round yellow was 9 raised to 16. Round green was 3 raised to 16. Wrinkled yellow was 3 raised to 16. And wrinkled green was 1 raised to 16. So 9, 3, 3, 1. So 9 raised to 3 raised to 3 raised to 1. That was the ratio formed when he has done round yellow and wrinkled green experiment. The above results from parents to F1 and then to F2 can be easily understood from the following. This diagram, after looking you will understand it. Just look it on page number 32. It is down. You can see round yellow seeds and wrinkled green seeds. And after that all round yellow seeds. F1 generation. Then F2 generation, what he will prepare or she will prepare. 9 are round yellow, 3 are round green, 3 are wrinkled yellow and 1 are wrinkled green. That only. Ratio is same. 9 raised to 3 raised to 3 raised to 1. Ratio also you must know. Okay. A very big thank you to reach the end of this video. I hope you understand Mendel's law experiment. Yeah, that is difficult, but after reading it several times you will understand it. Do share my channel to all your ICSE 10 friends of your school. Subscribe to my channel and most importantly press the bell icon. If you press the bell icon you will get the notification when I upload my new video, and hit the like button if you like this video. Thank you all.